Hello my friends and welcome to episode 21 of my Krastorio series. Between this and the last episode I did some work in between which didn't catch the camera, so I'm gonna get right through this real quick. I cropped away the little steel and coke array which I had over here because now we're running a fully utilized steel array, so this is going to be not necessary anymore. I cleaned up also a few of those greenhouses. I've re-enabled the brick factory over here. I've splittered off some coke and put it up like it was. The bricks are going to be stored in a warehouse because I need really many of those later on, so that's cool. I also went down here and optimized the outputs a little bit. So I've switched in a few splitters here and there, and basically I needed to wait a sec. Okay, everything's good here. Basically this whole thing needed to be a little bit optimized with a throughput so that these guys are working all night long. So also I added up a few more turrets in these areas because I figured we were completely defenseless, something I didn't like either. And apart from that, I think that's it. Yeah. So things I want to do are now resupplying, no, reconnecting these fields and progressing further technologically into new technologies. So next up on the plate will be we're progressing into the plastic production and the silicon production, and together with this also into the glass production, because this will be the basic materials of the new tech tiers. So the military tech cards and the chemical tech cards, which we will need for further technologies, will need these ingredients, and these will be the next steps we're working towards now, because as of now I have all the basic materials I need. I will expand some arrays on the fly, like the furniture shop over here. It's very basic right now, so we're going to do a few things in between here and there, but the main focus will now be to get towards plastic, silicon and glass in a large scale manner, because these are the most important things to get forward here. So before we continue with this, I would really appreciate some thumbs up or subscriptions to my channel if you want to support my work a little bit more. If none of those, just keep watching, that's the most important part. So next things I had in mind were like connecting a few of the loose ends I didn't do in between the episodes, because these are my old ore fields which were connected with the starter base and everything, and this is really like some old junk we started out with at the beginning, and I really want to get rid of these old things which are not really performing too well anymore. So what the heck are we going to do with that? You know what? I'm going to do something over... Oh, this is too much for... whatever, it's a quick hotfix. So I want to get these outputs connected with my distribution hub, which is located down here. So they are going to be put into the warehouse eventually, because I want to get rid of these ore patches as quick as possible. Because they are just cramming up my my areas here. The sooner I get rid of the ore, the better, because then I can use the stuff, the area for other arrays. Because I am already thinking about using these areas for the sand and you know, for the glass and silicon production or something like that. So possibly I really want... No, at some point I really want those. So how do we get this over here with the least effort? I'm gonna go over there. going to be the easiest way. But at least now I have the infrastructure to maintain some bigger things. I really want to set up a production facility for tier 2 logistic items, because I am at the point where tier 1 logistics are really not kicking it anymore. Like, yellow belts are nice and everything, but I feel like we've already left the stage where yellow belts are really fulfilling our needs. I mean, for such basic duties like transporting a little ore line from A to B, fine, no problem. But for the bigger things, the yellow belts are just not working out anymore. But the good thing is going to be we're still using the yellow belts for smaller arrays. We're going to lead all of that down. So this one is not necessary anymore. Whoa, 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 whoa. You guys are now reaching my turrets? That's not cool. So, I need to, divert my attention to this place quite soon. So... okay. This is, quite an odd one, but, I'm going to do it like this. So there we go. I'm just gonna change the direction this will flow. But this situation with the turrets really makes me a little bit itchy here. I really need to go over there and fortify this whole thing a little bit more. So I'm going to combine these real quick with a splitter into one belt. There we go. Just to make that stuff flow over there real quick, so I have that off my mind. Okay. Oh, these underground belts are eating up so many resources. That's why I want an automated production of those, because it's just a lot of work to produce these by handcrafting at this point of the game. And as you see, I'm needing them more and more. There we go. So I think it's about time to mass produce these guys. Since I now have everything in the vicinity, it's going to be no problem. Okay. So, I'm not even using up all my copper input at this point, so... oh, there's something not working out. This should be flowing. Must have missed a square or such. Okay. There we go. So, now my old resource patches will be ultimately moved over to the distribution hub, which is exactly what I wanted to do. So next up will be, I need also this stone field, because glass is made out of sand, sand is made out of stone, obviously, and silicon is made out of quartz, which is made out of sand. So we're going to need rocks to get into the next level of production here. So before I research, or oh well, I'm gonna start researching, because these need a lot of work, and let's get going. My laboratory complex is pretty small, and overall I hope we're going to be able to get towards the next source of power generation before I exceed the power production of this grid. But I'm going to see if this is going to work out or not. So yeah, I wanted to have a look on my turrets. That was something I definitely had on my mind here. Okay. So, it's really nice to walk through such extensive smelter arrays. Always makes me kind of happy. Oh, I can also dismantle these greenhouses if I want to. They are not connected anymore. But for now, they can stand where they are. Okay, I'm going to pick up more ammo. I've increased the maximum amount there because I felt like I'm going to need that. Because I'm reaching the point where the game shouldn't be letting me off that easy anymore. So I'm going to put some more ammo in these guys, and I'm going to give them a little bit of reinforcements here, because I feel like the site could need some more defense. And also I want to lead I want to produce some walls in a larger scale. I figured that I really need that. Okay. So let's check out the recipes for this stuff. I'll need fast transport belts, so I'll need to do a full array of these. Okay. But first, oh, I'm way past the point. Whoopsie. But I wanted to reload those turrets over there too. So in between all this mess I'm planning right now, I'll need to start to put up walls, because it's not really good if the biters are allowed to... Ouchie. Uranium damage. If the biters are allowed to reach my turrets just like that. That's not acceptable. Okay. But until then, I'll just put up more of those guys. Because that's usually what works out quite good. So I don't want that stupid rifle magazines. I don't have much ammo left, so... Oh well. I still haven't really figured out how to use the distribute evenly mod properly. Like, I keep flailing around with that mod, and oh well. At some point I will take the time, I guess. But for now, they have a little bit more firepower. All I need to keep in mind is to come back later when my ammo production is... My ammo chest there is refilled. Okay, so I want to do some red belt production next, because all my plans might be nice and everything, but my logistics department is lacking right now. I'm going to increase the production of yellow belts as well, because all in all I need a lot of those as well, so I'm going to enable a 4th stack. And yeah, let's go for the red belt production. So red belts need an array of... Well, okay. So we need to do the yellow belt production as well. So let's check it out. I'm doing the red belt construction already, so we can use this to our advantage. So these guys need 2 underground belts and 10 fast belts. All these are things I'm already producing, so yeah, this is going to be quite an easy job. Going to do it like this. I'm going to output these guys here, and for this we're going to do a little trick with this mod. You just press, I think it was Shift L, yeah. So when you go for Shift L, you're getting that. Oops, I need to L that. So this leads to this inserter dropping his stuff on the other belt. And now I have all the ingredients I need for the red underground belts already nicely there, available. Wonderful. So all I now need is an assembler to put these thingies together. So that was a completely unnecessary power pole. I love it when I find those. I'm gonna go for a fast inserter because these guys need a lot of ingredients. So let's power it on. And do I have chests? No, I don't. So there we go. I'm going to output this over here because that's going to be near to each other, and there we go. Wonderful. That's quite easy, isn't it? But the real problem here now is these guys are not getting fed properly. So whoa, what up? So this is going to be a very, very unsatisfying production, to say the least. They are lacking iron gear wheels. Can I do something about that? So they're picking up this with one inserter. Maybe we should just give them another inserter to work with. I think that should help a lot here. There we go. So the plastics research is finished. So I'm going to research silicone as well. And yeah, this is working out better. Okay. So next up is the fast splitter. Oh boy, oh, they need a lot of things. I have an input line for electronic circuits over here. Wonderful. I output the normal splitters over here. I need a normal splitter for that. So step 1, we're going to output in some manner like this. And whoa, boy. That's not what we're talking about. Does this work here too? No, that doesn't work like I want it to. Yeah, of course. Of course, I need to do it a little bit more correctly here. So I'm going to do it like that. This will work. Okay, wonderful. I somehow had a a mistake in my perception there. Okay, so I have these thingies. I need now iron gear wheels and electronic circuits. And I need stupendous amounts of those. So I need so many of those. Wow. That's enough to justify a whole line, but well, whatever. I'm going to do a simpler solution here. These are iron plates, wonderful. Gonna facilitate that by going for this guy here. Just getting an input of iron, and he's going to produce some gear wheels for us. So let's check out the max rate calculator. They'll need, for the input, a little bit more. Okay, they'll need 1.2, so we're going to satisfy that. And now they're going to drop down iron gear wheels for this production facility. So all I need now are some more electronic circuits, and half a belt is so unsatisfying, but what the heck. I mean, I only work with half a belt of the gear wheels, so we're possibly going to be bad at this department anyway, so this way I'm going to have all I need. And honestly, with these arrays, I don't aim for a huge efficiency or speed or such. No, don't get me wrong, it's just there to work. It's just there to produce these things while I'm busy with other jobs. Oh well, okay. So it's not really that important that all these jobs get done in the quickest of times. If I wanted to optimize this array, I would do this a little bit differently. And honestly, in the work to optimize something like this it's marvelous. You can do wonderful things. People have done such beautiful setups there. It's insane. I'm going to put this guy down here. There we go. So we have now researched the silicon processing, and where next? Oh yeah, the advanced electronics, like I said. These are the key technologies here, and now I'm getting at least the stuff done I want to get done. Wonderful. Okay. It's not the most efficient of productions, but whatever. We're getting them. Most important parts are, for me, the fast underground belts and the splitters. Because crafting these from your inventory, it's just insane. You just don't want to live anymore if you have to do this too often. Do I need anything from here? Not if I remember correctly. Wow, that's a fascinating mumbo jumbo I built there. I love it that sometimes when I get back to my factory and look at old parts, I don't understand at the first glance what I did there. This amuses me, but a few moments later, everything is all quite understandable. But it's amusing for me because I mean, I built it, I should understand it, but no. At some point I forget how things understand. I just know that they work. Okay. Bombing my way up to the biter nest because, whoopsie. I'm sick of these guys assaulting my base, so I want to put an end to this, but not with this amount of ammo. Whoa! Good thing I noticed that before it was too late. Anyways, we have carved a path here. It's okay. I mean, it's basically. If it comes down to the mechanics of the game, it's stupid what I'm doing here, because trees are actively diluting pollution. So destroying trees is a way to actively increase the pollution on your planet, you know. Anyways, so more ammo. And I obviously have all the stuff I need for now. Another thing I want to have are a few more, at least one more crusher. I'm pretty sure that I'll need one more crusher. Crushers are the main production thingies for sand, but we already talked about that. So in between, I'm going to handcraft a lot of these warehouses, because they are quite important for me. Okay. So here's everything done. This is the coal field for the weapons production. This is the coal field for the power production, so everything is fine. And going to use this stone patch for my further production, and the next goal is to set up a simple hub here. A simple node in the hub. That's what I wanted to say. So advanced electronics are done. Wonderful. Oh, let's research mining productivity. That sounds wonderful. I mean, this is the stuff I want. Stack inserters. Oh yeah. Little by little, technology really becomes meaningful. So there we go. So we're going to drop down this guy, like over here. I was first considering to put the stones out of the oh, I got to just do it while walking. I was considering to put stone a little bit further away of the whole network here, but then I realized how important stone is in this mod series. This doesn't look symmetric, doesn't it? This is one tile off, isn't it? Let's check it. So this was the first spot I had in mind for the stones, but it came to me. No, it's just my perception being screwed up. Okay. This is going to be the warehouse for the stones. So I'm going to finally bring up a own tool belt slot for the red stuff here, because I keep going to to needed. Okay. So now I forgot to pick up this. Too many things at once today in my on my mind, but the next expansionary steps are also quite big. We have to be keeping that in mind. So now I can't just pick those guys up. There we go. Okay. For some reason, the game can't connect backwards corners. Okay, there we go. Now I have the connection I want. So this is an incredibly dense field, and I'm looking forward to mining it down. So I'm going to drop these guys down like this. We need miners here. Wouldn't get depleted properly. And possibly I'll need more miners than those I'm having. I don't know if I really have enough miners here. I can go down one line here. There we go. So I'm not shy of using lots of those guys. So give me a sec. Can I handcraft a few of those? Oops. Oh, well, it's going to take a moment, isn't it? But then again, you don't want to walk all the way back to base just for a handful of miners, you know? Okay. So, how many miners are these? These are 45 miners, each dropping down half an unit of ore per second. So, we're going to go for a red belt here, because this is going to be an 22.5 item per second output. So, a red belt transports 30. So we're fine, we're set with that. Oh, of course, I need to count it now, but yeah, 24, all fine. So we're going to start here, and then just going to snake it through. There we go. So this is going to be my supply for stones for the next set of bigger productions. So there we go. Let's turn it on, shall we? Oh yeah, power pole production. That's something I really had on my mind between those episodes, so that's something we're going to do quite soon as well. Because I'm really tired of those bad power poles. Might as well use the small one. So there we go. Because building power poles is at some point just something you don't want to do from hand anymore. But these guys are just so much more effective. So we're going to drop down one more here. And I won't be hitting those guys, so going to need to do one undergrounder. There we go. Okay, that's the stones. Oh. I love it. I totally forgot about the other point where I wanted to have the stone flowing. So at least I remembered it before I had the belt at the warehouse. At least that much dignity I was allowed to keep. So there we go. Awesome. So next up is the crusher. How much can a crusher produce per second? Is this even perceivable? Yes, it is. So this guy is able to output 9 units of sand per second. It's quite nice. So the input rate of the stone doesn't really matter because we are going to input it with a inserter, with a loader anyways. But the question is how many furnaces are we going to feed with one crusher? But these things are going to be calculations which I want to start the next episode with, when we're going to bring up the bigger arrays and everything, because for the time for this episode is already running a little bit shorter. So I want to start with this big topic fresh into the new episode. So I'm figuring out that the whole modernized the modern production section, the modern product section will be where this wonderful forest lives. So that's what I came up with right now. So let's pack out the hand grenades and get into the outro, because I will prepare between this and the next episode all we need to set up the new glass production array. And while we're at it, I'm gonna try to produce the silicone array in the same move, because the recipes are quite similar, and I think it could be a smart idea to put these up together. So the other thing I want to introduce with the next episode is the Hell mod, which is a very, very useful calculation tool for arrays and such, because as of lately, hand calculating turned out to be a real pain to me. And the other good thing about Hell mod is it is a very, very handy tool to explain you guys my thought process alongside with it quite decently. So that's what I'm going to do, apart from bombing forests, of course, because right now I'm at the point where I achieved pretty much everything this production, this game phase has to offer. I mean, sure, I didn't build up an extensive mall area or such, but I wanted to keep, I wanted to stick with the things I need, you know? And the next things we need are more technological advanced products. So that's that. But I'm going to expand the factory as necessary, of course. But overall, this is going to be the next goals. And I'm going to rush towards this mainly because I want that these cliff explosives so badly, because I'm sick and tired of the terrain dictating my building ideas. It's just enervating me so much, so I want to have the materials I need to manipulate the terrain to my wishes. So that's that. Okay, my friends, I'm gonna wrap up this episode here with some more happy tree bombing, while saying goodbye for today and saying also thanks for your time and thanks for watching another episode. Next episode will be the setup of the glass and silicon production array. So whoa, I'm sorry, friends. So looking forward to the next time, and until then, stay healthy and goodbye.